Folks, it is your old buddy Luke Clayton here and Jeff Rice, and thank you for tuning in today. Jeff, what do you say we kick the show off right away and go into maybe a camp cooking recipe?
You know what? Can we eat it after that?
We'll eat it. I get a lot of people interested in camp cooking. That's part of camping and hunting and fishing. So let's do that first. Let's start our show off with a good recipe, and then let's go wherever. There is no telling, folks, where we're going to wind up.
That's right. I mean, we have so much stuff we like to do, and we put it all out there on video for you guys, and so every week it's like, okay, well, which clip are we going to do this week? So we have a lot of stuff to pick from. We enjoy making these videos, and we enjoy sharing them with you guys. So I've got a couple of hunts up my sleeve that maybe we can even throw out there for these folks that
always love a good hunt.
Might enjoy. So
that sounds good, Jeff.
All right, bud. Well, let's get to cooking. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right.
Well, it's your old buddy Luke Clayton. How's all my friends doing today? I'm out here at my cabin, which you can see the horns and stuff. Kind of a rustic spot, but a spot where I do a lot of my writing and some of my radio shows, and where I often visit with you folks and share a recipe or just something that's going on with me. You know, it's fall now, and the fish are on a big-time bite. Stripers up at Lake Texoma, catfish at Fort, bass at Fort. You know, it's a time when fish are feeding heavily. A lot to do for those folks like us that enjoy the outdoors right now. Bow season's going on. I mean, it's time to get out and enjoy ourselves. Now, I've been doing a bunch of hunting, but my ultimate goal when I hunt is to get some meat in the freezer. Now, I won't say that I'm not a trophy hunter. I think any deer hunter that tells you he's not a trophy hunter is probably not telling the truth, but I also like to put does and, you know, any good venison in the freezer. So it's a time to not only hunt and fish, but, you know, to think about outdoor cooking. Now, today I'm going to show you how to make chipotle peppers. I bet a lot of you buy chipotle. It's basically just smoked jalapeno peppers. That's all it is. Now, but you can make them yourself, and when you buy the chipotle peppers, usually they're very, very dry and they're ground up into a mix that you could shake out of a big shaker. But we're going to make them where there's a little meat on the pepper itself. And I have my smoking tacks all fired up with some hickory wood out here in my little cooking shack. We're going to take it and first we're going to pick some peppers. I've got a bunch of mild jalapenos. Now they're not really, really mild, but they're not real hot either. You can buy your jalapeno peppers at the store. You can either, the big ones, you can cut them in half and seed them and then just smoke the halves. But these we're going to smoke them whole. And let's go out and let me show you the ones I'm going to pick. And then we'll put them in our smoker and smoke them real slow, probably about 150 degrees. And I'm not going to dry these completely out. I'm going to make them where there's a little bit of meat on the pepper, where we can I like to chop it up in dishes like guisado and tacos. I mean, chipotle smoked peppers, the smoke flavor just gives the pepper an added boost, I think. So let's go out here. Let me show you the ones we're going to pick. And then we'll get out here on the smoker, put them in there and smoke them for probably, at least 8 or 10 hours at a slow temperature. So let's go look at some peppers. Well, folks, I carried over a couple of jalapeno pepper plants through the summer. And this is really a milder version of the jalapeno. They're still hot if you let them get a little maturity on them. But we've got a bunch of peppers right here. I'm sure you can see some of these nice ones. Have another plant right here with some of the longer jalapenos. And we are actually going to pick these here in just a bit. Take a look at these. We're going to pick these and put them on a little mesh rack for our Smoking Texas electric smoker. And let them smoke 8 or 10 hours real slow at about 140 or 150 degrees. But smoked jalapenos, chipotle, that's what they become when you smoke them. They are some of the very tastiest seasonings that you can put in soups and stews. Guisado, I'll make a lot of guisado, especially out of wild pork and venison. But I think this is something you might want to do. If you don't grow your own which probably many of you don't, go to the store and buy them. The ones you buy will be somewhat bigger than these, but these are, you know, these are the size that I like to pick. So let me pick these, and then let's fire up that smoking Tex, put some hickory wood. I like chipotle hickory flavored. Let's put some hickory wood in that smoking Tex electric smoker, set the thermostat about 150 and let her go for a while. So I'll get them picked, and then you can join me back over here at the smoker in just a couple of minutes.
Lone Star Pawn and Bargain Center, 6509 I-30 on the Frontage Road in Greenville. Your one-stop shop for TVs, electronics, computers, and gaming systems. Lone Star Pawn offers a giant selection of hunting, fishing, outdoor gear, and firearms. We've got everything from lawn and garden equipment and job site tools to musical instruments. For the best deals and pawn rates in town, come see us on the south side of the Frontage Road in Greenville.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right part to keep your vehicle running, and backed by the best hometown service. Henley Auto Supply. Great people, great products, great prices. Henley Auto Supply and CarQuest.
Okay, now we have our peppers picked, and in my trusty smoking Tex electric smoker, here's you an overall view. I've got the old firebox, the wood box down there loaded with some hickory. Now here's our peppers. This may not look like a lot of peppers, and it's really not, I guess, but that's enough. Can you imagine how far those smoked chipotle peppers are going to go? I mean, I don't think you'll ever use more than 3 or 4 at one time, but we're going to set our thermostat at about 150 and get that hickory wood going really good. And the next time you see I'll show you a finished product. Now, okay, these little peppers, like right here, this little pepper right here, it's a smaller pepper. Now we'll probably go ahead and smoke it to where the point that it's actually dried out. But some of these bigger ones, like this, like these, I'm going to smoke them where they'll be black in color, but they'll also have a little meat to them. They won't be completely dried out. That's the way I like to use the chipotles, rather than, you know, grind them up and have them really, really dry. I like to have a little bit of meat there with them, and these bigger ones are ideal for that. So you can dry some out, like these little bitty ones here, this small pepper. Dry it completely out, and then leave some meat on the bigger ones. So I'd say even the bigger peppers, probably I won't leave them in my smoking Tex more than probably 8 or 10 hours, something like that. So, you know, I've got to have a lot of emails, especially when I write about outdoor cooking in my newspaper column each week. And on these shows, a lot of us are interested in outdoor cooking, which makes sense. You know, I mean, we all hunt, fish, and game, and we like to cook the stuff. So in an upcoming show, folks, I'm going to show you how to do something that's a little probably different than many of you have tried. Have you ever eaten corned beef? Well, we're going to have some corned venison. I'm going to have a little segment on that soon. So folks, there's no need for me to show you these peppers anymore. You probably already know what they look like. Kind of doing a little self-filming. That's why I'm not in the video here, but we're going to come back and I'm going to show you the finished product. Okay friends, here we go. This is a few of those peppers out of my smoking Tex after about 10 hours. I left them in there about 10 hours. Now, you know, I was telling you about the meaty part. A pepper like this, for instance, this one's got a little bit of the meat left on it. And then these little ones, like this one, right here, that one is completely dry. So you could actually grind it up and make something you could shake out of a shaker. But it's pretty simple. That's it. And there's your fresh chipotle peppers, folks. Probably the easiest recipe that we'll ever do. But I promise you, coming up, this corned venison, I think you're all going to go crazy over that. I've done it in the past. It's been a couple of years, but it's real easy to do. And I want you to check out my radio show, catfishradio.org. Larry Weissoon is with me every week. And a lot local fishermen, guides, outfitters, and just people that love the outdoors. So I won't bore you looking at these peppers any longer. I'll back out of here, and I will wrap the show up. Thanks, Jeff and I both thank you for tuning in each week. We do something that is a little bit different, that's for sure. But we get thousands of people every week watching our little video show. So stay tuned next week. We're going to bring you something that I think you'll enjoy, and be safe in the outdoors, okay?
Your first set of wheels didn't come with hassles. It can be that way again at Tire Pros.
Hello again, everybody. Jeff Rice here. We are at the Buck and Bass Ranch, and we are whitetail hunting. So before we head out into the woods, though, I'm telling you what, folks, you need to try this stuff. This is Scent Guardian by Texas Raised Hunting Products. So we're getting ready to go out in the woods, and I promise you, Luke and I use this stuff religiously. It is fantastic. Make sure you get your hat and absolutely get the bottom of your feet. Good stuff. Get yourself completely covered up with this stuff. Scent Guardian, again, Texas Raised Hunting Products. Get you some. This stuff really works. You'll find them right out there on Facebook. So it's, again, Texas Raised Hunting Products. Check them out. Good stuff. All right, folks, we're headed back into the woods. We've been seeing a big whitetail buck here. Actually, two of them, one nicer than the other. And we're going to see if we can't get on them again tonight. So we're going to give it a try. And maybe we'll get one of the big ones. Maybe we'll get a good one. Maybe we'll just have another fun night in the blind. So, okay, we'll be back shortly. We catch up with you in a second. We are going to be in the blind. So, stick with us. Well, folks, beautiful evening in the blind. We saw plenty of animals. We saw lots of game. We saw hogs, we saw deer, we caught a doe and her yearlings. I think that's the one I saw last week, and a nice buck earlier. So had some other stuff wandering around. Had some hogs like they were going to come in, but then they veered off. But we saw our share of game, and we didn't throw an arrow tonight, but that's okay. It's just fun to get out there and enjoy God's creation. It's just beautiful out there. What a great night. So the sun's dipped now and I can't see anymore, so if I can't video, we're done. You know what? It's all about having a good time, and that is exactly what we're doing. So stay tuned. We will be hunting again. folks, here we are at the Buck and Bass. My heart's racing. I just shot that buck. There's 2 bucks. The big one came in and I couldn't get a shot at him. He walked off. Another one came. They met. They came back. I dope leaded and got it to come back. Oh, I just put a good shot on it. The other one's right over there. I just got some video of him, so stick with me here. Hopefully we got a good shot on him. I think we did. We'll be back, hopefully with a big buck down here at the Buck and Bass Ranch. Okay, folks. Well, there we go. We found him. Literally, that stand is probably maybe 40 yards from here, so he didn't go far at all. Didn't find much blood at all. Isn't that amazing? I mean, there was hardly any blood at all. And I drilled him. I mean, look at that. That, my friends, is what you call a good shot. Buck and Bass Ranch 10-pointer. I'll take it. All right, well, we got to get this bad boy out of here. I guess I'll go get the 4-wheeler and we'll try to haul him out. Sound like a plan? Get some pictures and we got to get out of here. So, all right, folks. From the Buck and Bass Ranch, we'll say so long. I may get a little more video when we get him in, but we got to pack it up because it's Sunday night and we got to work tomorrow. So, good night. Whew. Gotta love it. He's a pretty buck. All right, we'll leave you with this parting shot. All right, we'll be back.
Get back to when being on the move was carefree. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Another fun show, Jeff.
Oh, buddy.
I had a good time. I know you did.
I'm full.
Yeah.
I'm full.
Yeah. This camp cooking can get to be a problem here, you know.
Wait on there, buddy.
Yeah. But it wraps us up.
It does.
I will mention catfishradio.org, folks. You can go there and listen to the radio show. I've got 4 segments every week. And Larry Weissoon's been with me for 9 years. Can you believe that?
9 years.
Jeff's with me a lot. He actually puts everything on catfishradio.org, so an integral part of that.
Let's do a shout out to our sponsors. We've got Texas Raised Hunting Products. We're using Texas Raised Hunting Products for obviously the deer season is here now, archery, and we're using their Cover Sense and their Scent Guardian. Good stuff.
It is. I'll tell you something that I've used a lot. By a lot, I'm talking about on about 3 successful hunts. Is that Inflamed Salve?
Oh, the Flame Salve Seduction.
Inflamed Salve Seduction comes in a little. These scents, folks, come in a little can with wafers impregnated with the scent, and it's got a hole in the top of the can. It's a little lid. You just put it down and open it up. But I did actually a newspaper and a magazine article coming up in Fur Fish and Game on scents, using scents.
As a matter of fact, you had a great picture.
Yeah, it worked out good. A picture of a hog with its nose.
Right in the
came
can.
running up, and it didn't really surprise me, the fact that a hog would come to the scent of other hogs. Mm-hmm. And this, actually not just for boars either, this was a sow that came in that I photographed, came right up to that and stuck her nose right there in it. But I've had on many occasions, I've had that Inflamed Salve Seduction. Mm-hmm. I think is a real, I've had them knock that stuff, and you have too, up on the Buck and Bass Ranch.
Absolutely.
You put it here and it'd wind up 50 yards over there. So
great
yeah,
stuff.
Texas Raised Hunting Products, folks.
Also, something I want to kind of throw out there that I've just kind of learned from Luke. I've been watching him shoot this new bow he's got. That newfangled bow you got is pretty fancy stuff.
I'm
Gearhead
impressed.
Archery manufactures that bow.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit about that bow. Luke.
Well, it's an innovative bow, and I am impressed with it. I'm shooting it now, and it has two vertical risers, and you shoot through. You shoot, instead of having the arrow on one side of a riser or on the other side, you shoot through two vertical risers. So your point of impact and your aiming is just like dead center. So check them out. I'm shooting a 30. It's called a B30, Jeff. It's 30 inches axle to axle. But they make a B24 that's 2 foot, 24 inches. And I thought, well, why is this necessary? I asked Skip Peterson, the head honcho with Gearhead. He says, well, Luke, you've guided elk hunts. How hard is it to keep up with the bow when you're up crawling up a rock slide or up in a quakey or something? He said, it's hard. He said, you take this little bow, and it creates arrow speeds pretty equal to the longer bows. But you put that little 24 inch in a backpack, and you're not carrying it through the brush and jerk it out. It's, 24 inches. So Gearhead Archery, check those out, and you can go to YouTube, Gearhead Archery, and check out videos.
Or they can go to catfishradio.org.
Yes, sir.
We've got a link right to their website, so you can go check that out, as well as Texas Race Hunting Products. We've got a link there as well. So.
And one thing, old JD, my buddy, Lone Star Pond, there in Greenville.
Yes.
I had a book signing at Lone Star Pond there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's been over a year ago. I had more people show up, but hello to JD. He's probably, if he's not in there, he's out catching catfish. So, JD, good, happy fall coming up to you, buddy.
Well, folks, once again, we really appreciate you joining us every week for the show, and we thank you again for your following and your liking and sharing us. And Luke, put her here for another fantastic show.
It's been fun. I'm ready for cooler weather, and I know all you folks are too.
Until next week, so long.